understand the concept of the festival. That it is a city-wide festival. It is happening in multiple places in the city at the same time. It's not just in a theatre, or it's just not one music concert, it's not just one gallery showing, it's not just one recital. It is really everything. It is everywhere. And we as a festival want to go into a place where a festival venue should be 20 minutes from a metro station. The idea of the festival is to make arts accessible, performing arts accessible, visual arts accessible. That they are not just in these pockets in the city, that it's only in Mandi House, or it's only in South, or it's only in this, it's only in that. We're really trying to broaden the availability of dance and for arts for people. So I think the concept of this festival is what people, I think, take time to understand. And I think what makes us go on is that we're seeing such a great response in the last 3 years. Every year, people have come up and told us that, my God, this is amazing. That I would have never thought puppetry can be something apart from, Kathputli. I had never seen stuff like this. Even for dance, there is such a, reality TV view of dance, that this is dance, and the word contemporary is also a bad word, ki abstract hai, samajh mein nahi aayega. But no, contemporary means current. It means what is happening right now. What are the artists talking right now about today? What are those contexts? So that is what really excites us. As the response to the festival excites us, and it excites us that we are able to hopefully make a difference. Especially for an artist in today's world and today's times, where things are no longer local. It is very, very relevant for an artist from any sphere, whether it is a physical sphere of dance, theatre, or it is from a sphere of visual arts, music. It is integral to first have a healthy curiosity about what is happening in the other arts, because we don't live in an isolated bubble anymore. Everything and everyone affects us, and we affect everyone in some way or the other. If we only get stuck with one thing, which is great, but the surrounding cannot be forgotten. It can be, so it's like Photoshop. You can zoom in, and you can, color correct, and you can do all of that. But you cannot, you still have to zoom out and then finally see what does that whole picture look like. As an artist, if you cannot zoom out and see in what context you exist, then you may lose relevance in today's day and age. Today, everything is digital, everything is online. It is so easy to get lost with everybody, or sometimes get lost just in yourself. That fine balance is what I think each artist has to find. And diversity, I think it's a personal choice. It's who you are. I believe it's required. Maybe some people don't, but I think it's a personal choice. But being aware of other people, other arts, I think it's a good idea in today's day and time. I think it's a good idea. Yeah. So it's Contemporary Arts Week, so it is going to be Contemporary Arts Week. It is, I won't say it's different, but I think it has grown wider in its spread. We've incorporated more art forms, so we're really putting effort, and we're kind of pushing the envelope for mixed media and mixed and collaborative work. So we're trying to foster this space where different art forms and people come together and they do things. I think you'll definitely be seeing a lot more theatre, a lot more different kind of music, a lot of dance, and a lot of new people on the scene. The festival is always for people in different stages of their career. Of course, there is a space for from a college artist or from street kids to all the way where you have, the companies and the Raghu Dikshits and the big names, So that hasn't changed for the festival, and I don't think that will ever change for the festival. But we are including a lot more street arts and street artists this year. So yeah. I think the one thing I'm proud of in our industry at this point is that everybody is trying to make it happen. There is a serious amount of commitment, push, experimentation. There is a lot of people really trying to do this with opposition, with pressures, with things. It's just the number of dancers from back when I started to now has just exponentially increased, and I feel that every year it just increases more and more, which is great. There are more people choosing, I think, to follow their passion, which is great. Because for dance to become an actual industry, it cannot be restricted to Bollywood. It has to have a real standing apart from the mainstream movies. And I think that is something that we're bringing to do. So that I'm very proud of. I think something that I would want to change, not change, but something that I would like to see in the dance industry come in is the understanding of the word career. A dance career is not 4 years, 5 years. A career is a career. So which means that to understanding that this will be in my first part of my career, and then I'm going to be doing this, and then maybe I can do this, and maybe I need to pick up 4 other skill sets. But this career, the word career is a longer span. And that understanding, sometimes I find dancers sometimes not thinking about that, and then being bitter that, this didn't work out for me. No, it didn't work out for you because you were thinking about 2 years of your life. That is not a career. That's a stint. Career is slightly longer, and that is something that people need to wrap their heads around. So technique is not just for a show; it's for the longevity of your body, hence the career. Dancer is not equal to a choreographer, so you have to go and get skill sets to become a choreographer. That is contributing to your career. Just being a choreographer is sometimes not good enough, or a dancer. You need to be able to promote and collaborate and make yourself relevant today. That contributes to your career. What all things make your dance career? That is something I think a little bit more thought needs to come about. So I think artists in general, I think relationship with the audience is like a relationship with, with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, it's like a relationship where what you say is sometimes not what the other person understands. So you have to either be okay with not being understood, and that's fine. Or sometimes, if you want to be understood, then you have to speak in a language that they understand. And that is the choice of the artist. Do you want, or what do you want? Who do you want to understand you? What is it that you want for people to understand? You want them to feel, you want them to connect, you want them to walk out confused, you want them to have a memory. These are all decisions of the artists. The audience is an active participant in that experiment. And how important it is really up to the artist to decide who and how big and who all they want to speak to. Not everybody wants to speak to everybody. It's like you don't pick up everybody's phone call, do you? You don't accept everybody's friend request, do you? You choose. And that's what an artist needs to choose. it's very important to build a relationship, because these are people who the kind of work you do will vibe with certain kind of audiences, and if you build that relationship with them, then they kind of go on this journey with you, and that's quite amazing, because then you have people who see you and your work, and they see the way your mind works and how it grows, and not grows but what path it takes. So that becomes a very interesting give and take relationship. I've been dancing many years and choreographing a few. It's amazing how people still come back and say, you know, when you did that piece, and now when I see this piece, the audience starts making connections which you would not have ever thought of. And I think that is an amazing impact or a feeling for any artist, that you're able to spark that thought in somebody else from something that you created or you shared with them. I think what Dance Bible is doing is very relevant for today. I think especially in the field of dance, it's very, very relevant, because there is a lot of, you know, the unknown. कैसे होता है, क्या होगा? There are so many unanswered questions. There are so many misconceptions. There are so many, you know, variables in what we do. That it is a great platform, and it's a great initiative to kind of, you know, hold your hand through slightly, inspire you. It's treat like a friend, which inspires you when it has to, which kind of, you know, is there to show you other people's lives, give you perspective, it gives you information, it gives you a lot of stuff, but it is up to you to choose what you want to make of it. And it's a great initiative. I wish Dance Bible would also just not be dance and be more, but I'm sure it will one day, because I think something like this is required for a lot many more things.